Well, welcome everyone to the 3 Elements of Success, one of the implementation webinars of Rich Levin's Success Core Coaching. And this, if you're listening to these in any order, this is really the first webinar in the series, and there will be 30 or 40 or 50 of them by the time we are done. So let's get started. The idea of the 3 Elements of Success is that with Tony Robbins, with Dale Carnegie, with every motivator, every speaker that I've heard for the last 30 or 40 years since I've been in high school, people talk about these 3 elements in one way or another. They may call them some different things, but they always break down into these 3 elements. And they are what you do with your body, your systems, your skills, your habits, your tools. You have to know how to do something. Whether you're selling real estate, which is what we're all doing here, whether you're knitting, whether you're playing golf or tennis, or you're learning to whatever, you need to learn the skills, the habits, the systems, the knowledge, the tools, what you do with your body, how you behave, how you act. So that's one element of success, and probably the one that most attention is focused on. Second element of success, and when you hear me do our webinars and our daily coaching support webinars, we always go over all 3 of these things in one fashion or another, and you'll hear me refer to them in lots of these different ways. When I refer to mind, we're talking about your goals and your measured results, which gives your mind feedback and helps you understand what to think about, what to strategize about. This is where we bring in the success charts we'll be going over today, and the strategy you bring to your business, and the strategies that you use in your business, and the choices you make, and the decisions, and the thinking. And all of those have to do with your mind, your thinking, how you think about your business, and how to think effectively about your business. Is, I call it, your heart, your self-motivation, your self-discipline, your self-confidence, your attitude, emotions, beliefs, this thing that I call the triad. It's like percent attitude and 10%. Well, it's not. Forgive me. But you can have a great attitude, but if you don't have good skills, you're not going to. It takes all 3 of these things, probably in equal proportions. Although at any given point in time, you may need to and want to focus on systems or skills, but it does require all 3, and there are different times in your career of these. Which one of these really needs my attention to help me break through to the next level? Well, and that's what our coaching does. Our focus on helping you see when you're going to plateau, and we see when you're going to plateau by focusing on your charts and measured results, and then from there strategizing on which one of these needs the most attention, and then within these, how to look at them. Now, sometimes you'll hear me refer to these as, the body is your progress on your skills, making progress on your skills, and it's in your numbers. And your heart, your attitude is just feeling better. So you'll hear me refer to these in lots of different ways. At the end of each morning when I do our coaching webinar, you will always hear me, we will do assignments, and you'll hear me do the assignments the same way. There's a body assignment, a skills assignment. There's a thinking assignment that has to do with your charts and measure results. Is focused on teaching you all 3 pieces, reinforcing all 3 pieces, and teaching you to reinforce all 3 pieces, all three methods for yourself. And Rebecca, that's a pause for YouTube. Commits to success is your body. Now, what I mean by your body is your systems, your skills, your habits, your tools, progress on your skills. It's what you do. It's what you do and how you do it. That's the first one of the 3 elements in your path to success of systems, skills, and habits. Now, 2 of these are going to disappear. The one called goals and measured results up here in the middle, the one called self-motivation and discipline, because this is your whole business, and those 2 really aren't system skills. So we're going to disappear those, and what we're left with are these 7 lead management. So those are the 4 parts of lead management: generating leads, contacting the leads you generate, the skill of converting those into appointments and turning those into sales, and then also retaining those leads, following up on those leads. 4 parts of lead management. Your communication skills and your sales skills, your ability to ask questions, your ability to listen, your ability to handle and address objections and concerns, your ability of a real estate career, and perhaps of any career, but in real estate you have a seller presentation, a buyer presentation, offer writing, negotiating, showing houses, and price reductions. Of marketing are your markets, who you're going to market to, your message, what you're going to convey to those markets, the media, how you get a good return on your investment in marketing, and your what's the 5th one? Marketing message, budget, and measurement. How your service, consistency, checklists, and communication. all of the tools of technology that continue to increase and grow, whether it's social media, hardware, software, whatever tools you're using, database manager, the skills, the 9 skills of assistants and teams. And those are all the skills from hiring and from hiring to interviewing to managing to compensating, and all the skills you need coaching program. And our coaching program is a full year. Over the course of the coaching program, we cover on every single one of these topics. And we do them the webinars will be every 2 weeks. And pretty soon you'll have a full library, almost an encyclopedia, perhaps I should not say almost, an encyclopedia of all of the topics. And so we give you little pieces of each of these, and then in these bulk webinars, we talk about each one. So currently, what are we now, about March 11th, 2010? Currently, we're working on a particular, on our daily webinars, we're talking about how to keep your transactions intact until closing. Or another way to put it, how to save your deals, how to keep your deals intact until closing, how to save your deals. That's one we're currently working on. And we evolve over the course of the year into each one of those. Now, also in our coaching program, and particularly the people who listen to our daily webinars, okay? So on Mondays, we focus on making appointments, or often we call it prospecting. So Mondays, you're setting up your appointments for the week, and hopefully it won't take any more than about an hour or two on Mondays. If you don't have the appointments you need on Mondays, then you carry that over to Tuesdays until you get the number of appointments you need. Or those of you watching it on YouTube, when you listen to the next section, for most real estate agents, it only takes 1 or 2 initial appointments a week to reach your goals. So on Mondays, appointments. On Tuesdays, one of the things we focus on presenting. One of the things I say, presentations, then agents that produce less, is simply because they get a lot more practice on their listing presentation than an agent that takes 10 listings. Much stronger is practice, rehearse their presentation. So on presentation, a seller presentation, and a buyer presentation scheduled for that week, of those, or if not rehearse in total, which would be my recommendation, at a minimum, you rehearse the section so that every single week you're working on strengthening one or more of your presentation. On Wednesdays, you focus on marketing in the world. Let's say nearly everyone, but I'll bet it's everyone. You'll see that they have a strong foundation in marketing. Marketing is a core to keeping their name, making their name top of mind in the marketplace. And so we focus, and again, we're under the topic of what you do with your body, your activities, what to do. So on Wednesdays, you focus an hour or 2 for progressing. If you send out a monthly mailing, Wednesdays is when you work on that monthly mailing. If you're working on social media basis, you use your Wednesdays to make sure you're focusing on and structuring your marketing. Thursdays for about an hour, clients, updating them on what's going on with their transaction, contacting all of your listings on you to be in communication, and that consistent communication will diminish the number, gives them a great deal more confidence in you, and I promise you, very few things will bring you more referrals and repeat business than that consistent communication. Follow up and call those people, since you've been talking to them every Thursday through their transaction, continue to talk about referrals and often many good friendships. On Fridays, you think. On Fridays, and this is the thing most agents and most good business people, his main job is to think. An entrepreneur is somebody who's continually starting or opening new businesses and running new businesses. Imagine if you're a strong entrepreneur, the key thing, your greatest skill is not of thinking, it's looking at your numbers, looking at your measured results, and seeing what that's telling you about what's going on in your businesses and in your business. And if you follow Saturdays and Sundays to luxuriate, to take, if not a full day on Saturday, or a full day to make sure that you have time to rejuvenate, refresh, spend time with people you love, doing the things that you love.